Have you ever finally found something that gave you hope, only to feel crushed because it didn't work as fast as you thought it would? That's the hardest lesson I learned about Carnivore this year. Not that it doesn't work, not that the success stories are fake, not that people aren't healing, but that healing doesn't always happen on your timeline. And that is frustrating because let's be honest, most people don't come to Carnivore because life is going great. They come tired, inflamed, overweight, discouraged, confused. They've already done the oatmeal. They've already done the low-fat yogurt. They've already done the 6 tiny meals a day. They've already done the just eat less and move more speech. And after all that, they finally hear about low-carb keto or Carnivore. And for the first time in a long time, they feel something dangerous. Hope. And hope is beautiful. But hope can also hurt because the minute you start hearing story after story, my joint pain disappeared in 2 weeks. My brain fog was gone in 10 days. I dropped 15 pounds my first month. My blood sugar normalized almost immediately. You start thinking, finally, this is it, my turn. But then your story goes differently. 2 weeks go by, then 4, then 8. You're still tired, still bloated, still stalled, still looking in the mirror like, excuse me body, are we healing? Or are you just buying expensive steak for no reason? That's the part people do not talk about enough. The emotional pain of slow healing. Because when you're not healing as fast as other people, it's very easy to assume one of 3 things. Number 1, Carnivore doesn't work. Number 2, you're doing it wrong. Or number 3, you're broken. And I want to talk to that person today. Because if that's you, I need you to hear me clearly. Slow healing is not the same as no healing. Let me say that again. Slow healing is not the same as no healing. One of the hardest things about being metabolically unwell for a long time is that we often expect a rapid recovery from damage that took decades to build. If you've had insulin resistance for years, if you've had central obesity for years, if you've had blood sugar swings, fatigue, cravings, poor sleep, inflammation, stress, and processed foods hitting your system from every angle for years, your body may absolutely improve, but it may not turn into a Disney movie by next Thursday. That doesn't mean Carnivore failed. It means your body may need more time than your emotions wanted to give it. And I get it, because people are tired. They don't want another pep talk. They want relief. They want the pain gone. They want the weight gone. They want the brain fog gone. They want to stop feeling like they are trying harder than everybody else for half the result. And that's why this lesson hit me so hard this year. I kept seeing people who were doing many things right, but because they were not healing on somebody else's timeline, they were losing hope on their own. And comparison will do that to you. Another person's 30-day miracle can become your 30-day measurement of failure. That is a dangerous trap, because the truth is the body heals in layers. Sometimes cravings improve first. Sometimes sleep improves first. Sometimes inflammation starts going down before the scale changes. Sometimes your waist gets smaller before the weight drops. Sometimes your blood sugar is more stable, but your energy is still catching up. Sometimes your mood is better, but your skin is taking this sweet little time like it's waiting for an engraved invitation. Healing is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is subtle before it's obvious. And if you only measure one thing, especially the scale, you may be missing the fact that your body is making progress in places you're not looking. That's why I want people to stop asking only one question. How much weight have I lost? And start asking better questions. Am I less hungry than before? Am I snacking less? Am I thinking more clearly? Is my sleep any better? Are my cravings less intense? Is my mood more stable? Is my waistline changing? Is my blood pressure improving? Do my joints feel a little less angry when I get out of bed in the morning? Because progress is not always loud. Sometimes healing whispers before it speaks. Now, let me add something important here. Patience matters, but patient does not mean blindness. Just because healing can be slow does not mean we ignore clues. Sometimes slow healing means we need to troubleshoot. Maybe you're eating too little. Maybe you're underhydrated. Maybe your electrolytes are off. Maybe dairy is sneaking in and slowing things down. Maybe you're trying too fast, too aggressively before your body is ready. Maybe you're living on ribeyes and stress. And trust me, stress will preach a louder sermon than steak sometimes. Maybe your sleep is a mess. Maybe your thyroid needs attention. Maybe hormones are shifting. Maybe you need resistance training. Maybe there's something deeper going on that deserves proper medical evaluation. So yes, stay the course, but don't do it mindlessly. Be patient and pay attention. That's where wisdom lives. Another hard truth I learned this year is this. Some people will get dramatically better, but they may never go back to being exactly who they were at 22. And that's not failure, that is life. If you have spent decades metabolically unhealthy, inflamed, sleep deprived, stressed out, sedentary, and overfed on ultra-processed food, your body may recover beautifully, but maybe not perfectly. And that is still worth celebrating. Sometimes the goal is not to become the 20-year-old version of yourself. Sometimes the goal is to become the healthiest version of who you are now. That matters because too many people quit an approach that is helping them simply because it did not transport them back to a version of themselves that no longer exists. I don't need you to be 22 again. I need you to have a better future than the one you were headed toward before. That's the win. More energy, less medication, less inflammation, better glucose, less pain, more freedom, a clearer mind, a stronger body, a better chance to actually enjoy your life. That is healing too. And for the person watching this who feels left behind because other people healed faster, I really want to wrap my arms around you because I know how discouraging it is to feel like you finally found the right road, but you're stuck in traffic. You see other people flying by. You hear the testimonials. You see the comments and watch the before and after photos. And you start wondering whether your body missed the memo. But your story is still your story. And it deserves more respect than a comparison chart. Sometimes the deepest healing takes the longest because there was more to repair. And sometimes the body is doing work you cannot fully see yet. That doesn't mean sit back and do nothing. It means don't quit too soon. Don't panic too soon. Don't let somebody else's rapid transformation talk you out of your own quiet progress. That would be a shame. Because one of the saddest things I see is when people are actually getting better, but they stop because they thought better had to look more dramatic. So if Carnivore has not healed you as fast as you hoped, please hear this from me. That does not automatically mean it isn't helping. It may mean you need more time. It may mean you need a few adjustments. It may mean your body has a longer story. But slower is not the same as broken. And slower is not the same as failing. That was the hardest lesson I learned about Carnivore this year. It works for many people, sometimes beautifully, sometimes quickly. But sometimes the miracle is not that it works overnight. Sometimes the miracle is that your body is still willing to heal at all, even after everything it has been through. And that, my friends, is a reason to stay encouraged. And if this message is for you, don't give up too soon. Your timeline may be different, but your healing still matters.